So I've made these guitars, and they are kits, and they're basically clones. The SG does not match any Gibson spec. It's super chunky, super chunky, like Stratocaster heavy kind of chunky SG carve. Uh, this is pretty close to. It's closer to a Harley Benton than an actual PRS. But it got me thinking because I've seen some videos recently online about Gibson forgeries, and I saw one where Gibson employees tore apart one of the forgeries, and they were just baffled. Baffled. Why would anyone do this? Why would anyone spend the energy to copy a Gibson when they could just make their own instrument? And well, there's a few things. I mean, a lot of their marketing has been only a Gibson is good enough, but they're one of the most desirable guitars on the market for some good reasons and also because of marketing. But here's the deal. This one's real. I bought it brand new in high school. Aftermarket bridge. Here's the deal. When I was shopping for guitars in high school, I quickly learned that I couldn't buy a Gibson at a mom and pop shop because Gibson required minimum orders of $150,000 a year, and this was 20 years ago. So these baffled Gibson employees and executives who don't know why this is happening, what's the market, who wants to buy a fake Gibson? Well, I'll tell you who. It's the mom and pop shops. The mom and pop shops want to buy a fake Gibson. They want to buy a fake Gibson that someone has given a warranty to and wants to support as if it's a real Gibson, because the mom and pop shops can't guarantee $150,000 a year in sales, but a scammy dealer who's making a halfway decent Gibson clone that'll sell them 2 guitars a year that they can sell for Gibson prices to Gibson buyers is a real market. If they'd just be willing to distribute to shops that could only sell 2 guitars a year, they wouldn't have the clone market. And this is probably true of PRSs and Harley Bentons. If PRS was willing to sell to mom and pop shops, there'd probably be plenty of people who could get them easily who otherwise are buying Harley Bentons. And this is somewhat irregardless of price. When you lock out who is even able to sell what you're selling by how much of it they can sell, you're locking out a lot of the market and opening yourself up to forgery. Price isn't the issue. Quality really is. So if someone's out there making a quality forgery of your instrument that is desirable, and you are locking out the people who want to sell that instrument from buying the real thing, then yeah, they're gonna sell a fake. And they might do it without bothering to check if it's fake, especially if the person selling it says, yeah, I'm part of this distribution group that works with mom and pop shops to make sure that they have the ability to compete in the music market. It's Gibson's own dang fault that these forgeries show up, because they're not willing to sell to people who can't sell 150,000 or probably more these days worth of guitars every year. It's your own fault, Gibson.